If you watch a lot of camera and tech channels like I do, you see people recording in 10-bit and 12-bit video, and it looks awesome. I want my videos to look awesome too, and now that I've got the Sony a7 IV, it can shoot 10-bit internally. But should I? In my last video, I talked about whether or not using S-Log over no picture profile is worth it. And while it was really neat to play around with the footage, at the end of the day, YouTube compresses everything into an oblivion, and I don't think for my workflow, it's really necessary to shoot an S-Log 3. So for today, I want to talk about the difference in 8-bit versus 10-bit video and whether or not it's worth doing. One thing to keep in mind is that I do all of my editing on a laptop here. And while it's a pretty good little laptop, I'm really noticing that whenever I upload footage to YouTube, footage looks different on every screen. So today, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take 3 different scenarios, my talking headshot, doing some B-roll and some footage from outside. I'm gonna shoot it in 8-bit versus 10-bit, and we're gonna see whether or not the difference is worth doing. So let's look at some footage right now, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so I had a chance to check out the video on my 65-inch Vizio LED TV. It's only 1080p. And then I also had a chance to check it out on my OLED TV in 4K. And in that TV, the 10-bit definitely did look better. But did it look that much better? Not really. The biggest difference I found with 8 and 10-bit videos mostly was working on the files on my laptop. Like when I did that forehead shot, when I stacked those files with the 10-bit ones, I thought my laptop was going to catch on fire. Using the smaller 8-bit files on my laptop allows me to use more processing power for things like cool transitions and to add in cool effects. And I think ultimately that stuff is more important than the slight edge of working with 10-bit videos, at least for YouTube stuff, for what I'm doing. Like the difference mathematically when you look at the number of colors from 10-bit, the 1 billion colors versus 16.7 million colors, it's huge, it's different, it's drastic. But I just don't think with the way that YouTube compression works, if this is what your goal is like me, and you're not shooting video for clients that you're gonna deliver on the side, I just don't see the point. I don't see the point in mastering 10-bit and S-Log. As fun as it is, I'd rather work on 8-bit, no picture profile, learn the editing software, and be a better editor and make my videos more entertaining with cooler effects. And I think that will help me reach my goals of growing my YouTube channel faster than editing and S-Log and mastering 10-bit. I'm still really glad I upgraded to the Sony a7 IV, although I do think it is a bit of overkill. It will allow me a lot of room to grow and play around with, which I'm excited about. And I think the full frame goodness, I'm trying to find that sweet spot between using and benefiting with all the full frame goodness that this camera has to offer, but doing it in a way that maximizes the quality for YouTube in a very efficient workflow state. So I can crank out content and focus on ideas which I'm good at, which is what I like to do, instead of making the colors and picture look good. Anyway, I just wanted to put this video together in case you're like me, you've been wondering, you've been testing it out. The whole point of this channel is that we can learn together and figure this stuff out. If you didn't get a chance to check out my last video where I compared no picture profile to S-Log, check that out here. Otherwise, be sure to check out this video next. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Sad Studio.